The Kansas City Chiefs knew exactly what they were doing. So we're going to be going through that and other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video. And if you want more Kansas City Chiefs news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Andy Reid are fixing the problems they had against Jaguars. The Kansas City Chiefs offense was out of sorts in Week 2 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Some of it can be attributed to facing a head coach familiar with the team's scheme. However, a lot of it was simply the Chiefs shooting themselves in the foot with mistakes. What exactly were the biggest problems preventing the offense from executing at a high level? Chiefs HC Andy Reid emphasized two main factors when speaking to the press on Monday. "I think us not making the mistakes on offense," Reid told reporters. "You had 12 penalties. You had 2 turnovers. I mean, you can't do that and normally come out with a win. So you figure that out. We straighten it out and we should be okay." The offense turned the ball over twice with an interception and a fumble. They also struggled with penalties as 10 total flags were thrown on the offense, including those that were offsetting or dismissed. The problems weren't that they were struggling to get open or catch the football like they were last week. It was all about execution and doing the little things properly. "I think you look at it on tape and things are there, but we're going backward instead of forward," Reid said. "If you look at percentages, even with a 5-yard penalty, the percentages of scoring on a drive with a penalty is slim to none. We've been able to do that probably better than anybody in the league. You're getting these multiples put together here and it's too much. Ultimately, this isn't a matter of getting to know the new personnel the team has. Games like the one they had on Sunday in Jacksonville simply isn't sustainable for long-term success. We can't have the mistakes. I would tell you that we have a pretty good feel for what we have, but I don't like what we're doing. I'm not big on turnovers and I'm not big on penalties, and we've got too many of them right now." Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs have reached a new, historic, reworked contract. Mahomes and the Chiefs restructured his massive 10-year deal, multiple media outlets reported Monday. His new contract will pay him $210.6 million between the 2023 and 2026 seasons, which is the most in NFL history over a 4-year span, according to the NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. That $210.6 million is fully guaranteed, and the deal could reach as much as $218.1 million by the end if incentives are met. Mahomes signed a 10-year, $450 million contract with the Chiefs in 2020, which was set to keep him in Kansas City through the 2031 season. The 28-year-old has now received more than $273 million in guaranteed money since the deal was signed, which is also an NFL record. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson signed a fully guaranteed $230 million deal in 2022, which was then a league record. Mahomes had 8 seasons left on that deal after the current season, his 7th with the Chiefs, though that has now been effectively cut down to 3. Mahomes and the Chiefs plan to revisit the contract after the 2026 season. The Chiefs started this season 1 and are coming off a 17-9 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday. Mahomes went 29 of 41 for 305 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception in that win. He threw 2 touchdowns and an interception in the team's season-opening loss to the Detroit Lions. Mahomes threw for a league-best and career-high 5,250 yards and 41 touchdowns last season while leading Kansas City to its 2nd Super Bowl win in 4 years. He was named regular season and Super Bowl MVP. The 2-time league MVP has thrown for 24,772 yards and 196 touchdowns and compiled a 65-17 record since the Chiefs selected him out of Texas Tech with the number 10 overall draft pick in 2017. The quarterback market was reset multiple times this past offseason. Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts and Baltimore Ravens star Lamar Jackson agreed to then record 5-year deals. The Los Angeles Chargers' Justin Herbert broke the mark in July with his 5-year, $262.5 million deal. Cincinnati Bengals QB Joe Burrow then set a new record with his 5-year, $275 million deal earlier this month. Mahomes' deal is the only one among that group of quarterbacks that is structured over 4 seasons. He is now set to make an average of $52.65 million per season over the next 4 years, which is behind only Burrow's $55 million per season. The Chiefs will host the Chicago Bears on Sunday. The Kansas City Chiefs welcomed tight end Travis Kelce back to the lineup for Sunday's 17-9 victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars. after her future Hall of Famer had missed the season opener against the Detroit Lions with a knee injury. The league's best tight end did appear somewhat rusty, grabbing just 4 of his 9 targets for 26 yards. But one of his catches did go for a crucial Kansas City touchdown. Kelce doesn't believe his knee injury significantly hindered him. "I'm not going to say it was an issue at all," he insisted after the game. "Everything you saw out there was one way," he recalled of the injury he sustained in practice. "I got caught in a bad position.